Hey, it took some pacing for Tennessee on the recruiting trail, but then they got to late June, early July. Thoughts on where things are now here in mid-July and what's next as they've hit the 20 commit mark with the 26 class?
Things are winding down. The class is, I won't say done, but it certainly reached kind of an end more so than a beginning as far as the momentum. There's still some big fish out there. When you look at Savion Hyder, Tennessee's still trying to flip Tristan Keys or Tristan Givens or Hezekiah Harris. They're waiting on news on Kamari Blair, the safety out of the tackle out of Clarksville. He will announce his decision tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central over in Clarksville. That Tennessee, Ole Miss, South Carolina. South Carolina's kind of laying in the weeds there. Sneaky team. They're a team that's got a bit desperate because they've missed out on a lot of players over the last handful of weeks. So you got to watch them. Tennessee left the official visit back in June with the most momentum in his recruitment. I still think they have a lot of momentum there, but you still have to watch a team like South Carolina, who, again, is feeling the pressure, having missed out on several key targets the last couple of weeks.
What did you think about our players, Tennessee's players, comments there at SC Media Days with Kitzelman, Arion Carter, Bryce Eason? Kitzelman definitely had the quote of the day yesterday, but your thoughts on what they said there?
I think they're a team that's focused. I loved a lot of the stories that Kitzelman and others told about team bonding, team building, 40 and 50 guys out hanging out by the pool, getting to know each other. I feel like the leadership of this team really kind of galvanized together, Jason, after the Nico situation at the end of spring. I think they felt like, hey, we can't let this divide us. We have to let this unite us. And that's what you've seen. This is a Tennessee team that's going to be picked middle of the road or so in the SEC. They still have a very favorable schedule. They have some really, really nice pieces. They do have a lot of unknowns, though. They have unknowns at receiver. They have unknowns at quarterback. What happens at some of those key spots? I like their young talent that they're going to force to the field this year, whether that's Idris Farouk at safety or Edwin Spillman at linebacker or Jordan Ross at edge. I like those players. I like the younger guys on offense, but they got to go out and prove it. They got to go out and show they can do it. So I get where they're going to be ranked. They are ranked where they probably should be ranked right now, but guess what? It's July. So I think this team is motivated. Kitzelman specifically talked about liking the idea of being under the radar and the focus being on Texas and Georgia and Alabama and LSU and all these other teams and not on them. They can just kind of quietly go to work and kind of just be, stealth mode, so to speak. So I feel like that this is a team that is using that to their advantage. And honestly, some of the leaders on this football team, Bryson Eason, Kitzelman, some of the players you saw yesterday, that's how they are kind of individually, is kind of under the radar, stealth type players. I think that helps them overall.
We're talking to Austin Price of Volquest.com. What do you think about Arion Carter heading into this season, his third season at Tennessee?
Josh, you want him to be the man. He's had 2 years to build up to it. It feels like he's finally healthy, ready to go. He's your best playmaker on the defensive side of the ball, minus Jermon McCoy, and you need him to be the vocal leader. McCoy's not that. Arion Carter is one that will rally the troop. He's the guy that will, in the pregame, give the old Drew Brees speech, right? He's that type of player, just like a year ago it was Dylan Sampson. So it certainly feels like he's ready to take off. This is a real opportunity for him this year. This is, to me, a contract year. But he has a really good year. He's off to the NFL. So he's motivated. He's an in-state kid. He wears the Power T with pride, and it feels like he's ready to go boom. And he's got some nice running mates. He really likes Jeremiah Thielander. Thielander came in with him. Those two are pretty close. And then Edmund Spillman, another Middle Tennessee kid. I like those top three linebackers. And then what can they find after that with Jordan Burns and Jaden Perlotti and Brendan Ames and Jaden Harmon? some nice young pieces, but specifically the leader of that group is one Arion Carter, and he relishes that opportunity.
Austin, PriceVolquest.com. You've covered your fair share of quarterback competitions here at Tennessee. What did you think about Arion Carter's comments about Joey Aguilar coming in and dang near being best friends with most of the team in a short amount of time, the impact that he's made so far in the locker room?
Well, he has to come in and do everything right. He had no room for missteps. And he's come in and put his head down. He did no interviews when he committed. Like, he's never spoke about Tennessee publicly, ever. Whenever he meets with the media for the first time, will be the first time anybody's heard him talk. He's an older player. He took 2 years off before he went to JUCO. He's 24. That makes a difference. A maturity level, experience, I think all that helps him. Now, he's got to be able to pick up this offense and play it relatively mistake-free. If he doesn't do those two things, he won't be your starting quarterback. It'll be somebody else, maybe Jake Merklinger, maybe George McIntyre. But Aguilar walks in with all the experience, having played, having led a team. That stuff helps him in this race over the other two because he's been there, done that. Even at a smaller school like Appalachian State, they play good competition there. It's not like he's playing, a bunch of bad competition. That's not the case. So he's led a team. All that stuff matters. He's done everything to this point as well as you can do it. And he had to. He could not afford to have any hiccups. And to this point, he has not. Now the real competition begins when they take to the practice field in just over a week.
Austin Price, VolQuest.com. Anything else to add on the recruiting front to pay attention? As you mentioned, there's an announcement to watch tonight. Anything else on the horizon from a recruiting standpoint?
Joel Wyatt's one we continue to watch to see when he does something. He pushed things back. He was going to do it on July 6th. He didn't want to play Leo. Tennessee's told him they'll play him at safety, but he's still hearing from Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, a number of different schools. We'll see what he does there. Kamari Blair, again, is tonight. Savion Hyder, I'm looking probably sometime in August for him. There was some chatter out there that he might go as early as July, but it certainly feels like August to me. That makes a lot of sense. Kind of like David Sanders did a year ago where, you let school get back in session. You're able to do it around your classmates. Once you've waited till this point, I think doing an announcement, you want to do it around your classmates. So that makes some sense. That's Tennessee, Michigan. And then everybody else you're just trying to flip. You're trying to flip Hezekiah Harris. You're trying to flip Tristan Gibbons. You're trying to flip Tristan Keys. And all those are going to be a while. October, November, December, that type of timeline.
When it happens, they will cover it at VolQuest.com. You can keep up with Tennessee football recruiting coverage. Grant Ramey has a story there today on Tennessee basketball, finalizing a road exhibition game at Michigan, plus getting ready to host an exhibition game against Duke coming up in October. So go to VolQuest.com to read, see, and hear the guys. Austin Price each week here on the show. Austin, we appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.